Hello and welcome to all. Welcome to your virtual college fair. It is a joy to have you here. I know we are at the end of the fair and I hope you've had a lot of fun, but we have one more really great one for you. Matthew is my name. I get to play host for this time. And I'm just thrilled to be here. A couple of notes to say, and then we will jump into all the wonderful things, but a couple notes to start. During this whole time, the Q&A is turned on for you. There's no set Q&A time, so if you have anything come up, every time is a good time to ask. My only ask of you is if you are having something being asked for one school versus if you'd like to ask the whole group to just make a note of that. That way we can send it to the right place. Just to make a note too, your camera and microphones are turned off during this whole time, so we can't see you, we can't hear you. Your only role is to sit back, take notes, and really just have fun as you hear from some really cool schools. This is the end of this fair, so my sign up for more is not relevant. But the next note is saying that we do film all of these. This is the end of a 2-day long fair. So there is definitely going to be plenty to look back and watch, whether you want to rewatch ones that you were part of to take more notes, ones that you couldn't make it to because you were just torn between a bunch. There will definitely be time to look back and see more. The link is at the bottom right of this screen. I will share it at the end too, but it's also the same link that you use to sign up for this fair. So hopefully it looks like something that you've seen before. I'm going to show you our plan for the night, just show you what schools we will have, and then we can jump right in. So we are right here in session F2 at the top middle, and this is our plan for our time. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and jump right into the schools. I'm going to get off screen and welcome our first school, Lebanon Valley College.
Good evening, everyone. My name is EJ Smith, and I'm from Lebanon Valley College. I'm the Associate Director of Admission there, and I'd like to welcome you to our session. To be cognizant of my other presenters, we're going to jump right in. So LVC is a small liberal arts school located in South Central Pennsylvania. We're located just 8 miles from Hershey Park, but we are also located within 2 hours of Baltimore, of Philadelphia, and just 2.5 hours to Washington, D.C. and New York City. And the great thing about that is we're located in a very more rural part of the country, but it has great amenities, and you can jump over to Harrisburg and Lancaster, which are both within 30 minutes of us. But you also have the ability to visit those bigger cities and take advantage of a lot of what those bigger cities have to offer. If you're looking for a place to hide, Lebanon Valley is not the right institution for you. If you're looking for a place where you can be involved, you can get involved right from your first year on campus, it could be the right place for you. And in saying that, our faculty to student ratio is 20-1. Excuse me, our average class size is 20-1. Our faculty to student ratio is 10-1. Science classes in terms of labs are capped at 16 students. Our students get involved right from their first year. And what I mean by that, our education majors start going out and observing in real world classrooms the first semester on campus, and they do that every semester on campus. Our students who are involved with the health sciences or hard sciences, they actually can come in the summer prior to their freshman year and begin doing research with faculty members. Many of our students get to go out to professional conferences and present at these conferences with our faculty as undergraduates, which is unheard of in a lot of cases. We have fantastic majors, not just liberal arts majors. We have 3 health science majors that are direct admit majors. Physical therapy being a 6-year doctoral program, athletic training being a 5-year master's program, and speech language pathology also being a 5-year master's program, which are direct admit, meaning you get in as a high school student, excuse me, and you continue through it all the way for those 6 years or 5 years, depending on the program. We have some really great music programs. We have 4 different music majors. ranging from music performance to music education to music business. We have our own recording label on campus. We have our own record studios on campus to audio music production. Our students do great things in the music world. We have our own marching band. In fact, our marching band in the near future is going to be marching in the London New Year's Day parade. So some awesome things that you can be involved with while you're at the campus. Not only can you be involved in all those things, but you can also be a true college student. And what I mean by that, all of our majors are eligible to study abroad. All of our majors are eligible to be an athlete. And we do have a fantastic athletic program. We are Division III, but we have 26 intercollegiate sports, looking to add a 27th next year. Hopefully we're going to have men's volleyball, but that'll be the case going forward. And you can study any of our academic majors and still be involved with them for all 4 years. We have an absolutely beautiful campus. You can see it on the screen right now. We have over 350 acres, easily walkable. So first year students are allowed to have a car. It does cost $25 additional, but that's usually cheaper than most high schools charge you to have a car on campus. Housing guaranteed for all 4 years. We have different styles of housing, from traditional dormitories to suites to houses to apartments. So it's not like you'll be living in that dorm for all 4 years. You'll have the option to be in different areas and see different things and different living styles. So you can absolutely be involved in all of those kind of things. One neat tradition that we have at LVC is with our football team. And if our football team beats one of our rivals, Albright, all of the students actually march up to our president's house and they request the Wednesday prior to Thanksgiving's Thursday off. And it's always been granted in the history. Now, this year, unfortunately, due to COVID, our football team didn't have a season. But we did have one team that was playing this past fall, and that was our esports team or gaming team. And we had a new president. So he thought that because this tradition really stood out to him when he was interviewing for the position, he wanted to award us that day off. And our esports team actually beat Yale this year. Yes, that's Yale in Connecticut. So he gave us off for them beating Yale this year, even though the football team didn't play. So some really neat things, easily to get across campus, all of those kind of things. For the past 3 years, Lebanon Valley's been the #1 school in Pennsylvania in terms of students getting jobs after they graduate. And that's really important to us because it's great just to graduate from college. It's great to have that degree, but it's more important to be employable. And not only to get a job, but get a career. And not only have we been #1 in Pennsylvania the past 3 years, we've been in the top 5 in the country. And I want you to come visit us. We are doing visits in person, and we have been doing visits in person since last June. So we are currently doing visits in person. You can go to our website at lvc.edu and check out our visit opportunities and come see us and come see all the great things that's happening at Lebanon Valley College. And I'll put my contact information in the chat so that if anybody needs to get in contact with me, they can. Thank you. Have a great night.
Thank you so much. I definitely wish it cost me that much to have my car for a year. All right, folks, the next school you will hear from tonight, Suffolk University.
Hi, let me just share my screen. It's not. Okay, hopefully you can see my screen.
It looks good. Yep.
Okay. Well, good evening. Thank you, Matthew. My name is Evelyn Espitia, and I'm an admission officer at Suffolk University. I'm also a proud Suffolk alum, and I'm excited to share a bit about Suffolk with you. And one of the most important things to know about us is that we're located right in the heart of Boston. So this is our campus, and it might look spread apart, but you're no more than a 5 to 10 minute walk from the dorms to your classes. We're the most centrally located university. You can see we're right next to the Boston Commons. The dome building on the left is our State House. We're right next to the Financial District, the Government Center. We're right next to the Theater District. We even have our own theater in the Theater District. When Boston teams win their championships, they parade right through our campus. So as a student, you're immersed within like this fantastic culture of arts, entertainment, dining, sports, and real world work experience. Our location is something that really adds so much value to your academic and social experiences. Every class has an experiential learning component. So you're not just sitting in a classroom being talked at, you're able to go out into the city and learn by doing. So our students, they venture out of the classroom into companies, civic organizations, government offices that surround our campus for hands-on learning experiences with working professionals. So internships, they form a vital part of your education at Suffolk. Our students are usually just a short walk or a T ride away. You're able to have a very healthy study internship life. And this is just a short list of some of the organizations where Suffolk students have interned. So here you can see a list of our majors. We have some pretty unique and interdisciplinary majors like PPE, which is politics, philosophy, and economics. We also have things like big data and business analytics. We have environmental science and environmental studies. And you can see from our numbers, we're considered a mid-sized university, but it feels a lot smaller. You know, we don't have any big lecture hall size classes, and we don't have any TAs teaching the classes either. The average class size is 21, and that number gets smaller the further you go into your major. You get to know your professors really well, they get to know you really well, so you're able to form very strong relationships. So at Suffolk, you have the best of all possible worlds. You have all the resources of university combined with the opportunities of the city, where you'll still be a name instead of a number. And you know, there's always something going on campus. There's lots of ways to get involved. Community engagement, it's a way of life at Suffolk, and students are known for giving back through volunteer work. The city of Boston, it gives a lot to us, so you know, we always want to give something back. So we have 19 teams and all to choose from. We're Division III. So yes, you can still go to school in the city and play sports. We have an athletic facility in East Boston, and then we have the Ridgeway Gym, which is right on campus. If you're interested in playing a sport, I recommend that you reach out to our coaches to discuss your options. So let's move on to one of my favorite things about Suffolk, and that's our great diversity. So you can see we have one of the largest percentages of international students in the US. So 19% of our students are international, and then 34% of our students are domestic students of color. So we're a very, very diverse campus. And that was one of my favorite things about studying at Suffolk, was just sitting in a classroom with someone from Indonesia, someone from Germany. You know, you're gaining a lot of international perspectives in your classes, and you're making friends from all around the world. So speaking of that broad world view, we also offer a unique overseas option for our students. We have our own campus in Madrid, Spain. So you could start there your freshman year. You could do a traditional semester or two. You could do a summer program. If you study international relations, you can actually spend all 4 years there. So I had a friend who wanted to try it out for a semester, and I didn't see her for like 2 years. But if Spain's not your cup of tea, we have over 50 partner institutions throughout the world. So I did a summer abroad in Vichy, France, and it was one of the most memorable experiences of my life. So this is some information about applying to Suffolk. We really do consider all aspects of an application. So not just grades. We want to get a true holistic picture of applicants, you know, well-rounded students who are multidimensional. So we have the Common app and the Suffolk web app. It doesn't matter to us which one you use. And we're also test optional. If you're applying to our art school, so that's graphic design, interior design, or fine arts, you do need to submit a portfolio. So application deadlines are listed here for fall and spring admission, and we also take applications on a rolling basis. And here you can also see a sample of our scholarships, and there's no separate application for scholarships. When you apply to Suffolk, we consider you for everything. You can get the full list on our website. And then on our website, we also have some calculators where you can plug in numbers. and it will give you an estimate of what your package would look like. So this concludes my presentation. These are some ways to keep connected with Suffolk virtually. We also offer in-person on-campus tours. Yeah, so thank you so much. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me or ask questions in the chat. I'll leave my information. Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, the next school you will hear from, the Pittsburgh Institute of Aeronautics, or PIA.
Hello, my name is Brandon Weiss with PIA, the Pittsburgh Institute of Aeronautics. Simply stated, what we do is we prepare and propel our graduates into careers in the industries of aviation, aerospace, and beyond technologies. So if you're someone who's interested in using technology, intelligence, problem-solving skills to literally help humanity forge forward in a multitude of ways, PIA and a trade education might be right for you. I'm a visual learner, so like my colleagues, instead of just tell you, I would love to share my screen so you can see some of what I'm going to speak on today and get that dual aspect of this experience. So PIA has been in existence for 90 years. We were actually founded out of the Glenn Curtiss and Orville Wright flying service. That's the same Orville Wright of the Wright brothers that was the first in flight. We're a nonprofit educational institution, and our graduates go on to work at NASA, SpaceX, Aerojet Rocketdyne, Piedmont Airlines, Boeing, American Delta, any commercial airline, technology organizations like Lockheed Martin, Pratt & Whitney. We've had graduates go on to work for Stat Medevac, medical transport, as well as the Goodyear blimp. So many different paths under the umbrella of aeronautics that our graduates are qualified to work in. We are actually ranked Forbes' #1 two-year trade school, and that is not just for aviation and aerospace, that is taking into account all trade schools across the world. And many factors went into that ranking, such as our students' success, the amount of money they're able to earn in the industry, how respected they are, how quickly they're able to obtain jobs. And what I love about that, beyond being proud of my school, is our students literally get to use that as a foot in the door to some of the most amazing career opportunities. So we are the Pittsburgh Institute of Aeronautics, but we actually have branch campuses in Youngstown, Ohio, Hagerstown, Maryland, and Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, right off the shore. Hagerstown, Maryland is actually 2 miles, our campus, from Pennsylvania. So depending where in Pennsylvania some of you are viewing this from, that might actually be closer to you than Pittsburgh. I always love to show students a sneak peek of what it looks like to be a student at PIA. So at PIA, what you will not find is large lecture halls. Nothing wrong with that. That is just not who we are. And I encourage you all to look into a 4-year school, a 2-year trade school, a community college, explore your options. But what we are is a hands-on educational institution where students get to live out the lessons they learn by working on actual aircraft, planes, jets, helicopters. Every one of my campuses is set on an airport with our own private hangar where students get to literally work on aircraft while still students, properly preparing them for the industry, and also, from what I hear from them, giving them an enjoyable educational experience where they are not only reading and learning those foundations out of a book, they're really experiencing those lessons. But instead of just tell you, I'd much rather show you. This is a day in the life of a student at PIA. Now what I have for you is just 12 slides that you could read. No, I'm just kidding. I'm a show me guy. I have a little bit deeper dive where you'll get a wider view of some of the amazing aircraft that our students get to work on. And you could perhaps picture yourself in this type of educational setting. Pride, purpose, and prestige is our motto at PIA. And regardless of what path you go down educationally and career-wise, that's what I would want and wish for each of you to have in your education and ultimate career. At PIA, we are extremely specialized, so we offer two programs, aviation maintenance technology and aviation electronics technology. At PIA, we offer associates in specialized technology degrees, as well as certification programs. But I should also mention that our programs end with a chance for our students to not only have their degree or certification, but test for and obtain their FAA, Federal Aviation Administration, airframe and power plant certification, and or depending on their program, their FCC, Federal Communication Commission, General Radio Telephone Operator license. This sets them even apart further in the industry for their specialized skill set, because you cannot work on aircraft in this country without that specialized license or certification, depending on which path you go down. Avionics is aviation electronics, deals with all the communication aspects, flight deck, radar, navigation, all the communication aspects that happen between the pilot and the plane itself. Aviation maintenance more focuses on the brawn of the aircraft, the engine, propulsion systems, wings, landing gear. And whether you have any mechanical background or not, we will provide everything that you need to know to set you up perfectly to succeed in these fields, whether it be aerospace, aviation, or some of the even beyond technology. Disney will hire our grads to work on roller coasters. NASCAR, our graduates are hired and have gone on to work for, as well as even some entertainment side, skydiving, Hollywood, farming, so many different areas of aeronautics that I encourage you to look in. The last thing that I will do before passing over, I will just put that up on the screen. I know that you guys can reach out to me. Some of you want to do that right away and request a tour. Come down, see our hangar, because no matter what I showed you pales in comparison to being there live. You can scan that QR link or type in pia.edu/learn more, select today's event, and I will ensure that someone reaches out to you to give you proper information or an invitation to a virtual event or to tour our school. I wish you all the best and brightest future and good luck in exploring all of your educational options.
Thank you so much. That was great. All right, well, now soaring right along, we're going to go on to Iowa State University.
Good evening, everyone. I'm so glad that you could join us this evening. My name is Mackenzie Worthy, and I am your direct admissions counselor. I do help all students there coming from Pennsylvania, as well as all the students coming from the East Coast. I'd like to start off and show you where we are located here on the map. It might be a little hard to remember where we are located, so I do want to share that here with you. All right, so we are located in Ames, Iowa, which is 45 minutes north of Des Moines, which is the capital of Iowa. If you are looking at visiting our campus, you hop into a plane and hop on over to Des Moines and then take that 45-minute drive up to Ames. Ames population is about 60,000 people. Of that, 30,000 students are going to be attending Iowa State. So I don't want you to think that we are in the middle of nowhere. We do have a lot of things happening on campus, as well as things that are happening in Ames. This is going to be the numbers here at Iowa State. I certainly want to share with you what community looks like at Iowa State. We have 33,391 cyclones. As I mentioned, 30,000 students will be pursuing their undergraduate degrees, so exactly where all of you are going to be starting. Of that, we have 5,597 freshmen, and we also have 3,198 international students. We do have students here across the US. Students are coming from all 50 states, and we do represent 115 different nations. So as you walk around campus, you may hear different languages. We want you to learn new perspective in your classes, as well as you may even have a roommate from a different country as well. We have 250,000 living alumni, so a lot of opportunities for networking, connecting with people, and being able to find those opportunities and for full-time employment, internships, and things like that. We do have 900 clubs and organizations, so a lot to choose from here at Iowa State. We do recommend that you join a club within your college and then continue something that you enjoy from high school. That could be, if maybe you want to do marching band, maybe you want to do a volunteer group, maybe explore and try skydiving club, or maybe hammock club. A personal favorite of mine is Dairy Science Club. They make homemade ice cream on campus and sell it on Wednesday. So tomorrow is a great day to be here on campus. Big one is going to be the Solar Car Club in the College of Engineering. They build solar cars and go compete against other institutions. So a lot of things to dive into. I don't have all 900 memorized, but I certainly encourage you to explore our website. Here, this can be the breakdown of Iowa State. So when you apply to Iowa State, you will be automatically admitted into one of these colleges. So that means there's no wait list to get into the College of Engineering. There's not going to be a wait list, and certainly for the College of Business. Within each of these 6 colleges, you will find career services, student services, and study abroad. We love study abroad here at Iowa State. At one point, we did have students on all 7 continents. So that means they were even down in Antarctica, maybe doing some research down there. We are a big research-based institution. We're part of AAU, which is Association of American Universities. And we want you to dive into that research as an undergraduate student. With AAU, we are in an elite group, and among Iowa State, you will find Harvard, Yale, and Stanford. So definitely explore research opportunities here when you are on campus. Within those 6 colleges, you will find these 100 majors, so a lot to choose from. So I definitely encourage you to take time tonight or even this weekend and during your college search process to check out Iowa State. We're really going to be known for our 13 different types of engineering. So that can range from aerospace engineering to mechanical to chemical. We just added cybersecurity engineering. And we're also a big animal science. We do have a vet school here on campus, so maybe you want to work with large animals, small animals, a lot of different opportunities there. But we do have dietetics, genetics, we are a big business school, architecture, we are the 5th most hired program in the country, so employers are looking for Iowa State students. On that previous slide that listed those 6 colleges, each of those colleges also have career fairs. So we do host the nation's largest engineering, agriculture, and life sciences career fairs in the country. So students, we really do all the hard work for you. We find those employers, we bring them to campus, and then you get to walk around and see who you want to get involved with. So definitely a lot of opportunities there to meet with employers and solidify those jobs and internships. This is going to talk about our admission requirements. We use the Region Admission Index, the RAI. This might be very new to some of you. We'll look at your ACT or SAT. If you have that, we are test optional still for this year and also for next year. We'll look at your cumulative GPA that can be weighted or unweighted, whichever one you like better. I recommend you put that there on your application. And then your number of years of core classes. Core classes will consist of math, English, science, history, and foreign language. We'll add these 3 areas up. If that equals 245 and higher, you're automatically admitted. So that means there's no essay that you have to write, letter of recommendation, personal statement, anything like that. If you don't have an ACT or SAT, that's okay. They'll go under individual review. We'll ask for that high school transcript to be sent to our office, and we'll make an admissions decision from there. I know paying for school is a big part of choosing a school as well, but we provide over $155 million in scholarships. So I recommend that you review our scholarship specifically here for you residing in Pennsylvania. So definitely check those out. We also have scholarships through a One App, which is going to be a portal for you to fill out once you have been offered admission. And also certainly recommend that you fill out the FAFSA, but definitely don't hesitate to look at scholarships early, even as a junior at any school that you are considering. And last but not least, here's my contact information. Please get a hold of me if you have any further questions. We'd also love for you to visit our campus. We are open for virtual visits as well as in person on campus. We are on the top 25 most beautiful campuses in the US, and we'd love to see you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. The next school to introduce is Drexel University.
1 second there, sorry about that. One second here. Technical issue here. I apologize. Okay, well, welcome everyone. My name is Catherine Campbell-Perna. I'm Associate Director in the Freshman Admissions Office at Drexel University. I'm so excited to be with all of you tonight. Drexel is a private research university located in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, right in the University City section of Philadelphia. You can see we are a mid-sized university with our number of students, but we have pretty small class sizes. Our median class size is only about 19 students. But we have students from all over the country and all over the world. A key thing to keep in mind is, even though we have about a little over 14,000 full-time undergraduate students, we don't have that many students in class at once. And that is because of our cooperative education program, which I'll be talking about in a few moments, where you get hands-on experience and a job of your choice and a location of your choice related to your major. Now with Drexel, if you know what you want to major in, you can apply directly into that major and start taking classes in that major right away as a freshman. So they are all direct entry programs. So if you know you definitely want a certain type of engineering, great, you can apply directly to that type of engineering. If you're not sure though, we have the engineering undeclared program, where all the freshman engineers are taking the same basic classes together and getting a little sample of everything. I'm personally a Drexel graduate from our minor in business. So you can also see we have a college with some of our accelerated and combined degree programs, where as a high school senior, you can be accepted directly into medical school, for example. We also have programs like that with our College of Engineering, a bachelor's, master's combined program. There's also a BS MBA program, a master's in business administration in our College of Business. If you'd like to see more about any of our academic majors, you can go to our catalog, just Google Drexel catalog, and you can see all that information right there as far as a suggested plan of study and what you would take at any given time. We also have an honors college. With Drexel's Honors College, you still apply directly into an academic major, but you can also be in the Honors College. If you're in the Honors College, you get to pick and choose which honors level classes you take. You get priority in your class registration. They do a lot of fun things. They bring in guest speakers. They have field trips that are free of charge. You can even live in our honors residence hall, which is Bentley Hall. I was recently renovated just 2 years ago, and we have a living learning community for students living in that particular building. Okay, now a little bit of our co-op program. So co-op is not a new thing at Drexel. We are one of the oldest co-op schools in the country. We started co-op back in 1919, so over 100 years of cooperative education experience. With Drexel, you'll start taking a class freshman year called Co-op 101. You'll learn about resume writing, you'll learn about interviewing skills. Not only do you have an academic advisor assigned to you, you also have a co-op advisor assigned to you based on the major you're enrolled in. Now, a unique thing about Drexel is we offer our 5-year, 3 6-month co-op option. That's the grid to the right there. And there's also a 4-year program with 1 6-month co-op experience. Co-op can be in Philadelphia. It can be closer to home. It can be in other cities. It can even be in other countries. With Drexel, we do the work for you to help you find those different experiences. You can apply to the jobs directly through a system that are password protected only for our Drexel students or getting these experiences. You're not taking classes while you're on co-op, though you may take up to 4 credits for free. You're also not paying tuition while you're on co-op. So you're getting that additional experience. That 5-year program can be so helpful. I was mentoring a student in one of our special scholarship programs, and she was a chemical engineering major, also in our bachelor's master's program. And she was also thinking about studying abroad. So not only did she have her co-op experiences, she was working at Intel out in Portland, Oregon. She was working for ExxonMobil. She was also working for Lockheed Martin. She went over to Iceland during her winter break, during our international courses abroad. So you can have a traditional study abroad where you go away for an entire academic quarter, but the international courses abroad take place during break week. So she went to Iceland to learn more about geothermal energy, and she was with a Drexel professor and another group of Drexel students. That same year, since she liked that so much, she went to Venice, Italy during her spring break to learn about Venice's flooding and sinking and issues related to that. She actually had full-time job offers from all 3 companies she did her cooperative experiences with, and she's now at ExxonMobil in Houston, Texas. And just some other key things about being a student in Philadelphia. You can see here just some of the activities we have. We have over 350 student organizations. So for example, there's an amusement park design club, which is a bunch of students that are very interested in designing amusement park rides someday. And they go traveling around the different amusement parks in the region to learn more about how they're made. We even have a Jedi club. So we have just about everything that you want to get involved in. And just some other key things about Philadelphia, we're very much a walking city. It's very easy to get around, whether you're coming in close to home or you're flying in from the airport. There's an airport line because the main train station for all of Philadelphia is just a block from our campus. So it's very easy to get around. Lots of things, if you like live music and concerts, we're excited for those to be coming back soon, hopefully. But it's just so much, over 250,000 college students in the Philadelphia area. Okay, and as we're wrapping up here, just a few things about our deadlines. We do have an early action and early decision program with a November 1st deadline. Those students hear their decisions by the end of December. And we have a regular decision program, which those students hear by the end of March. We also use the CSS profile for financial aid, and you can see there are strict deadlines here for that, as well as the FAFSA form for financial aid. And regular decision students, they just found out last week with our regular decision program. Okay, we're currently offering virtual tours and virtual information sessions almost every day, Monday through Friday, and most weekends as well. This is my contact information if you'd like to email me if you have any questions about the application process or anything at all. And I thank you so much for being here tonight.
Awesome. Thank you so much. That was great. All right, the last school that we will hear from for the night, but definitely not the least, is Hobart and William Smith.
Hi, good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for your time today. It's such a pleasure to be here with so many wonderful colleges and universities. Hope you've been having a great day. It's been a beautiful week in the Finger Lakes and hoping the same for you. Today, what I would like to cover in a short amount of time, are just some key characteristics about Hobart and William Smith, as well as trying to establish a sense of place in Geneva, New York. And so Hobart and William Smith Colleges, ladies and gentlemen, is a small private liberal arts school. And it's interesting. I mean, there are 45 majors and 68 minors. And I can tell you as an alum of HWS, there's absolutely no incorrect way to navigate the curriculum. What I like about this shot here is an aerial view of our campus. And we are located directly on the northwest edge of Seneca Lake in the small city of Geneva, which is comprised of 12,000 people. In an effort to gain a larger sense of place, Geneva, New York is about an hour directly between Rochester, Syracuse, and Ithaca. So if you're thinking about where is Hobart and William Smith on the map, it's right in the middle of the Finger Lakes in kind of Western New York. So this is our campus. Today, what I want to talk about first are really the academic pathways. So there's really just one required class at Hobart and William Smith, and that is the first year seminar. And the first year seminar at HWS is just an extension of orientation, and it's just a class taught by a professor who thinks it's a really cool subject. And the way that you're put into this course is you would indicate to the first year dean what your interests are academically and extracurricularly, and they'll say, oh, you might appreciate this class based on what you know about you. A few seminars from this year I can share is one is about the history of rock and roll, one is about golf course architecture, and those kind of things. So at the end of the day, it's just an extension of orientation. It's one of three other classes that you take in your first semester. And what I think students appreciate about Hobart and William Smith is you've got a year and a half to declare at least a major and a minor. And so students can have at least a major and a minor. Many will double major, and you've got the capability to major, double, minor. And ladies and gentlemen, if you're thinking about what are the things that most people will study out of the 45 majors and 68 minor, it's economics, architectural studies, media and society, pre-health, and environmental studies. So that's what we see a lot of gravity towards. But again, there's no incorrect way to navigate this liberal arts curriculum. In addition to the major and minor requirements, you'll be asked to satisfy a series of goal classes along the way, which are these classes that kind of get students out of their normal courses for the major and a minor. It's everything, establishing the ability to understand a multiplicity of world cultures. It's a mathematics class, a lab science. Of course, it deals with artistic expression. and those components. So that's what you can expect. You've got the year and a half to declare a major and a minor. A lot of students will do independent research on the way, and you've got the capability to do an honors project your senior year. It's not a requirement for graduation. And to talk about the academic learning environment, we have small class sizes. It's always going to be 15 to 20 people. They're discussion, reading, and writing based. And as you navigate the curriculum, sophomore, junior, senior year, the classes have the capability to get smaller and smaller. So that's the academic lens at HWS. A few other pieces I want to talk about today are the study abroad opportunities, which I want to be clear, we are on pause due to COVID-19, but we look forward to returning to traveling abroad at a time that we're able to do so safely, and we're optimistic now that the vaccines are rolling out. At HWS, there are 50 programs that go to 35 countries on 6 continents, and you can see the spread on the map illustrated. And it's everything from Italy, Austria, France, Germany, Argentina, Ecuador, Chile, Peru. One of our most progressive, recently established programs is Morocco. Important to know about the programs at HWS, whatever you study counts directly for your credit to graduate, because we have that series of goal courses we talked a little bit about. And whatever you study, or whatever merit scholarship or financial aid package you receive to attend Hobart and Williams will travel with you to. And 98% of the programs are faculty led. So that's what we've got for the study abroad environment. And ladies and gentlemen, another big part of Hobart and Williams Smith are, the career development opportunities. I think it's interesting when students are looking at colleges initially, it's this idea of what's my life going to be like in the first 2 years, and then after that, a different conversation appears is what am I going to do after college? And so we truly are a career-oriented liberal arts institution, and we're fortunate to offer a guaranteed paid internship or research opportunity to every student who attends Hobart and Williams Smith, which I want to take a moment to fully unpack. The reason that we can guarantee an internship or research opportunity to every student is because we've developed a voluntary network of 5,500 people who have offered to act as a resource for placement. So you'll be asked to go through the Pathways program, which essentially builds a brand or profile around an individual's interests, values, skill sets, goals, and core competencies, recognizing that a career trajectory is larger than just the idea of, hey, what was your major? So that's what we've got for the career development program. Here are some examples. I'm a visual person of where our students have gone. It's not all encompassing. I think it's important to know that there's no incorrect outcome to a liberal arts education. And I mean, people who come from liberal arts backgrounds will become scientists, actors, actresses, architects. I mean, there's just no incorrect outcome. So these are some of the past results and kind of relationships that we enjoy at this time. Athletics, we've got 23 varsity sports teams. Division I, Hobart Lacrosse is one of our bigger name brands, but also strong Division III, sailing, basketball, rowing, squash. It's quite an athletic campus. And what I enjoyed about the athletics at HWS is that the athletic fields are engraved into the framework. So it's a really part of every student's experience at the school, whether you're participating or observing as a spectator. Clubs and activities at HWS, I always tell people, I don't know that we're that drastically different than any other small liberal arts college. There's a number of things you can get involved in outside of class. I think it's important to know that what you study academically and what you do outside of class can be connected, or they don't have to be at all. We have some students who say, hey, I love the outdoors. I want to go hiking this weekend, or I've never learned guitar. I want to take guitar lessons, or I want to be a part of the investment club, or I want service to be a big part of my college experience. So it's a student-driven process about doing what's important to you. So that's what we enjoy in our vibrant extracurricular activities. For admission, I mean, we really look for around a 3.5 GPA with higher level coursework or academic coursework you've had access to, recognizing that everybody has a different high school experience. And guys, thank you all very much for your time. If you have questions throughout the admissions process, we encourage you to reach out. My name is Max Gorton. I'm a Senior Assistant Director of Admissions. I'm happy to help in any way possible, and we wish you all the very best in the remainder of the year. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I think it is a testament to all of you that there were some wonderful tips that were said as you all shared. So thank you both, or thank you all for what you have shared and the things that you have given us. This has been so great that we did go right up until our time, which I think that just means these are always some of my favorite ones that are just so full of wonderful things that we used up our whole entire time slot. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap us up with just a couple notes as we head out. As I close out of this screen, a survey will pop up. If you could fill that out, that'd be great. It definitely helps us. This is the end of this fair, but like I said, These are all filmed. There's that link again, I'm at the bottom. This one and all of the ones that were a part of this 2-day fair will be at that link there. So you can go back, watch them, watch the ones that you couldn't be part of, or watch us once again. A huge thank you once again to all of these reps. These were just so great to hear. And a big thank you to the students who are here. I hope your college search is a wonderful time. I hope it's fun, and I hope this was part of it. That is the end of our time. Thank you all so much, and we will see you later. Bye.